Welcome back. I hope this video here sees you guys in all the good light. We're going to do something here this morning. We're going to have some biscuits and gravy. And it's really easy to do. You don't have to go to the crackling barrel and spend $90. So grab yourself a cup of joe and let's go. First thing we're going to do, preheat an oven 400 degrees. And we have sausage patties right here. And on those sausage patties, we're just going to get those fried up and then we'll crumble them up. Show you that in a minute. While that's cooking, we're going to come over here and we're going to reach into the flour bin and get some flour. Sift your flour so it's nice silky flour. And all depends on how many biscuits you want to make is how much you use. So me, I don't know, probably roughly, let's say maybe 2.5 cups of flour. Something like that. Set that off to the side. Now, we're going to get some butter flavored Crisco. And what we're going to do is we're going to reach in here and get us, about maybe a half a cup. All right, you get your good old buttermilk, give it a mix up like that, just give it a what for, and then pour some in and start the hand squishing part. Best part right there, just the old hand squishing part. Just pick it up and squeeze it out. Just like that. Oh yeah. And you need to get it all mixed up. And if you end up with a little runny, all you got to do is add a little flour. That's all. That second go at it with the with the milk, I got a little carried away. So you want a good dough. Just mix it all up real good. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to pat out a bit of flour. Put our dough in. And just get it all good and mixed up in there. And then we're just going to bring it out here and lay it on the table. Like that. Get all the goodness off my fingers. Put it in the pile. Starting to fry. Then we got to wash our mitts again. Like that. Okay. So now we're going to reach in here and get a little flour, put it in our sifter, and cover the dough. Just cover it up. You don't want it to stick to your hand, so take your hand under there and give your hand a good shake on there. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to kind of press it out like that. And then we're going to fold it over. All right. And then we're going to fold it over again and again. Pat it out again. Keeping your hands floured, though, it keeps the dough from sticking to your fingers. And then we're going to roll it again. Pat it out like that. If you got a cookie cutter, that's a good thing. If not, you can use a coffee cup, but when you put it in the coffee cup, make sure you put a little flour on the edge, and then just push straight in, straight out. Straight in and straight out. Have you a greased pan, and then just lay your biscuits in there, like that. And then we're going to do the same with the remainder of the dough. We're just put it in a big pile, pat it out, so it all stays together. Need be, give it a fold. Doesn't hurt it. All right. All right. I made 6 biscuits with a little dough left, so what we'll make is a little baby. Especially if you got little ones at home. Make them a little, because they like little biscuits. They like little biscuits. Give our mitts another wash again. Okay. We're going right along here. Then what we'll do is we'll move that off to the side. Then we'll take the flour, stick that down in there for a minute. We'll sift that out, pour the rest in the trash. But for now, go over here and check on this. Let's give these a flip. Like that. Turn that down a little bit. Let's put our biscuits in the oven. And while we're doing that, these won't take long. Need a fork. And we'll just cut this up into small, like just good crumble is what you call it, I would say. Just use it for crumble. And then and cast iron pans are about the best to do gravy and biscuits with. I like to have my cast iron. We got that. Let's turn that down a bit. Scrape the bottom of that pan, get all that goodness out of there. Slide this over here for a minute. I'm going to reach up here. what we're going to do, let's get this out of the way. Right there. You don't got to get it all out of the way, but it's pretty decent like that. Since that didn't make a whole lot of grease, what we'll do is we'll come back at our handy dandy bacon grease, because that's good too. You can use bacon grease. Put a little of that in there. Slide that back on the iron, and then we're going to get flour. And a big spoon. Which I should have had this ready, huh? Best way, let's do it this way. Let's go ahead and just shake some flour in there, like that. Take your, then take it and just give that a good mix. We're going to make what they call a roux. Just scrape the pan, put a little in there. You may have to have a little bit more of the bacon grease. Let's just throw that right in the middle there. Just like we knew what we were doing. Just keep turning that around and mixing it. And then pat it out and just get it good and mixed in there real good. Yeah, like that. And the longer you fry it, the darker it kind of gets, and that's the darker your gravy. It depends on how dark you want your gravy. So you gotta keep that in mind. When that's good and cooked, let's move this out of the way again. While that's doing that, let's have a little sip. Okay. Now what we're going to do, get your sweet milk and just give it a little mix up. Sweet milk ain't nothing but whole milk. And throw that in there. Just pour it in. Get you a whisk. You can use a whisk or you can use your fork. And just mix, and you'll see it'll start to real quick thicken up. Add a little bit more milk, because we want gravy to cover the biscuits. A lot of times people will take and cover the bottom of the plate first, and then put your gravy or your biscuits on. And then once that's like that, and it's starting to thicken up again, just add a little bit more sweet milk. Just keep mixing. Okay, as that's doing that, we're just going to throw the sausage back in. And we're going to mix it all in there, like that. A little bit more sweet milk. Turn our heat down, because this pan is hot enough that it will finish cooking and thickening up while we wait for our biscuits. While we're waiting for our biscuits, and I know you've been sitting here watching this, so I know you really got to go potty or go get a drink. go fill up the coffee mug. So while you do that, we'll wait for the biscuits, and we'll be back in a second. Okay. Well, we're still waiting on the biscuits to get done. I like to fix my puppy's eggs every now and again. So what I do is I get their dishes. Today they've got a little. We had some steak at the steakhouse the other day and brought a little home. So now today they're going to get them a little treat and get a little steak. So we're going to give them some eggs this morning. If your dogs if you feed your dogs eggs, it's good for them. Steak is just the meat. They like the meat, but the eggs is good for their coats, and my dogs like the eggs anyway. So warm up your pan. Get your pan heated up. Get your couple eggs from the hen house, like I do, and then we're just gonna break them in here. And we're going to fry them up for the puppies, because the puppies like it. And I've also got ready, when my biscuits get done, a stick of butter. Take the butter and rub over the biscuits so they're nice and fluffy and tender. If you don't, they kind of have a tendency to get a little hard. So, just saying. So this is going good. We're gonna. Oh, eyeball itching this morning. Must have seen something I shouldn't have. Okay. And we're still working on the Joe. The coffee to go. The other day, I was sitting and thinking, and when I got done, aspirin had to take over. I don't know why that is. I wonder if you could tell me. You sit and think a while, and then all of a sudden you got a headache. I know why. I'm not used to thinking. That's what it is. I never think before I do something. Or did I do something then think about it? I don't know. But I do know this is how I look at life. Yeah. How do you look at life? Same way? Good deal. Starting to cook like that. Give them a little shake around like that and go whoop. They're done. Let them sit like that a few minutes. I'm going to take this. I'm going to separate them. And then come over here and stick them in their bowls. Like that. But they like it chopped up. So I have to chop up their food. And their nighttime food too. So I'm a busy fella when it comes to feeding the dogs and the cats. Well, the cat stays outside. It's not even our cat. I don't know how we ended up with this thing. It lives here, which is okay. Everybody's got to have somewhere to live. But it wants to come in the house all the time, and that's a no-no. That's a hard no. All right, we're going to mix this all up real good for them. Like that. They're all chopped up. And then we're going to set this to cool. While that's doing that, let's take a peek at the biscuit. Oofta. You ain't gonna believe this. Look at that. Look at that. Now, take your stick of butter and paint them real good. Just take your time, go slow. You don't want to tear the biscuits up, especially if you got cold butter. Not a good idea. Okay, look at that. Now that these has got a little butter on them, pull the package up. Get my finger from burning thingamajiggy. Put them back in there just for a minute. Put this back on the eye. And we're going to get another egg or two. And we're going to fry up a couple more eggs. Right. Broke that yolk. God almighty. Can you believe that? Okay. Well, well, well. This is good stuff on the eggs. If you want. A little pepper. Just a tad of salt, not much. Slap your mama. We gotta shake a little of that on there. That's good stuff. You can use this on everything. And I mean everything. Except on mother's food. You can't put it on mother's food. Katie, bar the back door, you do that. Yeah. There's a little plate here. Put it over here. Get us a little plate. We're going to move you all over here. Oops. Hope that didn't hurt. Looked like it did. Put your eggs on the plate. Turn the eye off. And then take a peek at our biscuits. Take a peek at the biscuits. Yes, they're done. We'll pull them bad boys out. Right there. Got the oven and the light. We'll get us a spoon here. Put a little bed of gravy on. I should have turned that on, thickened it, or thinned it down a little bit. Take a biscuit. It's hot. Lay it on top like that. And then toss a little bit of gravy on there. And we have it. Gravy, biscuits, and eggs. So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, is a wrap, as they call it, or as they say. Well, I don't know what they're wrapping up, though. I didn't even see them buy anything. Did you? I didn't either. So, all I can say is Get in the kitchen and make a damn mess. See what comes out. But I will say this. Until next time, America.